tonight, we celebrate Pat Summitt and her long-lasting impact on college basketball. The third week of SEC play commences, and 7th-ranked Kentucky's fresh off a top 5 win. They welcome a Florida. To tip our officials tonight, Roy Golban, Talisa Green, and Eric Koch. And it will be the Florida Gators who win the opening tip tonight. Into the post for Strack, kicks out, Obi, working baseline, got past Reynolds, and lays it in for the game's first basket. Down low they go to Miara O'Neal. Now Reynolds turns the corner, had a step on Hassett and lays it in.
Really creates some openings for Clara Strack.
Boone driving, left-handed layup will go.
And you certainly don't see her do that very much. She shoots the 3, but that's what you want to see. You want to see a player that's willing to work and get better, and she is that exactly.
Hassett for 3. And a current 7th ranking in the AP poll is Hassett polls. Soft touch will go. You wondered coming into tonight's matchup, how would Kentucky's height affect this Florida side? As Strack lines up the 3 and cashes in.
If it's softball, if it's volleyball, if it's basketball, football, whatever it is, so many of these athletes are really sacrificing along with their parents to try to make that happen. And, you know, Clara Strack, case in point, really such a great job in how.
It's the second sophomore in Florida Gators history to pick up 1,000 career points just 2 seasons in. Here's Strack looking for her second 3. There it is! Teams have been physical to begin the contest. Tonie Morgan up and under, high off the glass.
What they were trying to do.
Morgan locating a wide open Lexi Blue in Kentucky. Hot from downtown early, they're 4 for 6. Morgan in the passing lane. Gets a step on McGill, and Tonie Morgan has 6 here in the first quarter.
I love that defensive positioning for Tonie Morgan. That's exactly what it's all about. It's that outside hand being out. Just in the passing lanes, alert.
Here's Clara Strack, baseline jumper.
That's exactly what you're wanting. They're going to make some adjustments here. You see them go into a zone now. But that's what this offense needs, is McGill getting going.
Blue busting the zone. Improved players this year. Improvement of almost 9 points per game as she lays it off the glass.
Really take advantage of their size, but we're seeing them knock down shots that are wide open. So it hasn't mattered what Florida has thrown at them from a defensive perspective. They're out of bounds plays. We'll see what they can get going. Oh, okay. That answers that.
McGill through the teeth of the Kentucky defense.
Really pretty hesitation there by McGill. Quick with the ball, so fast.
He came in averaging over 23 points per game on the season. Obi trying to bully her way inside with a pretty turnaround.
It was a great turnaround, and I thought O'Neal got a hand on that.
Obi had some big plays down the stretch in that win over number 5 Oklahoma on Sunday. Wide open Weathersby, cans the 3. Did not play versus Auburn, making an early impact here. And this Florida team can fill it up. O'Neal, does that go? Did not start today. It started the previous 44 for Florida. That's her first basket there.
That's got Kenny Brooks up off his seat a little bit, with hands on his hips.
Boone, yes!
That's a great shot.
McGill denied by Strack.
That's just great defense by Clara. Long arms, knows how to block shots.
Ooh, count the basket.
Good take there. Tiny little touch fouls and things, and it goes both ways. It gets called for both teams. I really struggle with that. Is it physical or is it not? What are we doing, and how are we calling a game?
Florida back within 2 after Kentucky had the big edge early. Morgan stunting the Gators' run. That was at 13-3. McGill directing traffic. Downhill, pulls over Boone. And it will go down. Good ball movement. Locating Hassett. In and out. Carroll creating a second chance. Morgan, spot up three. Bingo!
Well, this is so many good things happening.
Lead back to 7 as Strack denies McGill.
Another look and see the ball. Oh, yeah, off her foot.
10 points, but on 4 of 11 shooting. Morgan got her hand on it. Kicked out. O'Neal reins in the 3. 6-point game as we approach the midway point of the third. Dzeko dumps it off. O'Neal will go to the line. A chance for 3.
Great take. Good dish. O'Neal gets something going to the basket there. I like it. Just trying to make something happen.
Drawing the foul on the other end. That's her 3rd personal. Morgan gave it up. Dzeko scooped it up. Ahead for Weathersby. And don't look now, Florida has cut it to 2. Keani Key's injury looming large over this game. Dzeko, big tray. 13 tonight for Dzeko off the bench, tying her career high.
Don't let anybody tell you Florida's not a 3-point shooting team. My goodness, they've looked good from distance tonight.
Morgan again drives on Reynolds, high off the glass, it'll go.
With the body, just throws it up. Great shot.
Back to action here in Lexington. The Gators storming back from 17 down. Corner tray for Weathersby, she'll hit it. Florida lumping all sorts of pressure on the shoulders of the Wildcats.
Big time 3 there. You saw Kentucky go to a zone. A little bit unusual for them, but really just trying to make some things work.
Tonie Morgan's been their best offensive weapon in the second half. It continues there.
Tough step. Something happened there.
Florida's led by as many as 3. Weathersby!
Again, you're seeing Florida being the aggressor here on offense.
They like playing in the PMAC.
LSU.
McGill will try to take the last shot. Got to step on Obi. To the glass and the easy finish. Kentucky being forced to play without Clara Strack, currently on the bench with 4 fouls. Here's Hassett for 3. She needed that one.
She needed that one. The crowd needed that one. The entire team needed that one. This is a scenario where Kentucky's got to get this crowd back into this.
They were into it early, but Florida did a nice job of silencing them. 3-point game here in the 4th quarter.
And I think if you're Kentucky, you take this from a defensive perspective, you take this personally. You really understand you're the one that can step up and really bring it.
Blue driving baseline off the glass, 1-point game. Reynolds working on Blue. No good. O'Neal, though, with the putback. Alongside Christy Thomas, I'm Noah Frary. Into the post for Obi. Drives, overpowers Weathersby, and gets it back to a 1-point contest.
I like this matchup, but there you see she just turns to face the basket and then understands what the defender is.
Has a step on Boone, met by Hassett in the interior. Pulls over Hassett and rolls it in. Kentucky coming off the emotional win on Sunday against 5th-ranked Oklahoma on the ropes. Swung for Boone, her 3, it goes! And we're tied at 77. Reynolds responds.
Really nice take by Reynolds.
Back and forth we go. Morgan with a season-high 25 in this game. They'll need more. Here's Obi, displaces her defender and moves into double figures. Quarter as the Wildcats cough it up. McGill for the lead. Kentucky coming off of a tight game that they were able to come out on top of on Sunday. Florida
too easy.
Extends the lead.
Nice job executing by Florida.
Swung, Hassett for three. Bingo! Hassett getting going, and Kentucky's back within one. He's had 17 tonight. Kentucky trying to survive at home. Into Strack, cold off the bench, it doesn't matter. She's got 19.
Try to get Clara Strack out of the game.
Here's McGill downhill, finds Weathersby, who's got 18 huge points off the bench. Nothing decided at the moment here in Lexington. Morgan, Obi, Kentucky back in the lead. McGill, guarded by Boone, forced to give it up. Gets it back. Wide open lane, McGill says, give me back the lead. Boone passes up the three, gets a better look and cans it. And Kentucky leads by 3, and Kelly Ray Finley wants a timeout.
Boy, Asia Boone has shown you tonight that she can score at all 3 levels. And then we've seen her off the dribble, one hop. I love it. I absolutely love that mid-range jumper. I love that one dribble and go up. You have such, they've had opportunities, they've had chances. You know, Kentucky has shown you that they can rally from being down as well.
Strack rejects it.
Just a heads-up play by Clara Strack.
20 points today, but on the floor with 4 fouls. Finds Weathersby, her 3, too strong, Boone with it. And Florida will foul.
I don't mind that shot for Weathersby at all. Even on the road, when you've been right there, when you've battled back from 17 down. Ball game, if that's a drive, you take it. If it's a 3, you take it. You're just trying to get on the board as quickly as you possibly can.
Into the Zecco.
I do think the crowd's got something to be a little upset about on that one.
Under 10 on the game clock. O'Neal's had 23 in this game. Couldn't get it to go. And Kentucky is going to survive here in Lexington.
Shot a lead to 17 points, and then you just fall apart from a defensive standpoint, which is really what was killing them. So getting into foul trouble, various things like that were really a huge problem for Kentucky tonight. You got to correct that inconsistency.
Kentucky 17-2 on the season for the 2nd year in a row. They pick up their 4th win in conference play and extend their winning streak to 5 against the Florida Gators.
Clara, another win that comes down to the last couple of possessions. What did your team prove you today to show how they could grit this one out?
Yeah, I mean, just like all the other ones, just our grit, our determination to get the win. It wasn't pretty, but we got it done, so.
You got in a little foul trouble there, and you were on the bench for almost 10 minutes. Then you come back in the game. You have a field goal, a rebound, and a block. Why do you perform at such a high level when the game is on the line, Clara?
I mean, you just always have to be ready. I think you have to perform the same no matter what the time is, so.
To play with Tonie Morgan, another double-double for her. What is it like having her as your floor general out there?
Yeah, Tonie's incredible. I mean, I love playing with her. She makes me better. She makes all of our teammates better. So I love to be out there with Tonie.
When you look at this whole team, whether it's Jordan Obi, who needs to get a rebound, Asia Boone, who needs to make a shot, why can everybody step up in such big moments, Clara?
I mean, everyone's just willing to do what they have to do to win, no matter what comes up on the stat sheet, whatever. Everyone just wants to do the little things to get us to the win.
Thanks, Clara. Go celebrate this one.